Well, good evening, everyone. My name is Maryellen. I'm a registered holistic nutritionist, and I'm really excited tonight to share our health and immunity seminar because we're wrapping up the year. And, so many people have goals to start off January to get healthy. And I know myself, when I was introduced to Neo Life back 27 years ago, I was a concerned mom because my son had a lot of respiratory issues. And I was looking for something to boost up his immunity and make him feel better. And I tried so many different health products. We tried to eat right and exercise, and I still wasn't getting very good results. And then one night we had dinner at a coworker of my husband's, and I hadn't seen her in about 3 months, and I couldn't believe how great she looked. And when I asked her what she was doing different, that's how I heard about the Neolife products. And I said, okay, what makes us different than everything else? She said, all I know is made from whole food. It's been around since 1958, and I'm not sick and tired anymore. So I asked her, I said, can you get me some information? So I got some information. I got my son, both my boys started. And it was not that these products treat, diagnose, or cure any disease, but it's amazing what the body can do when it has the right nutrients. And it took about 6 months, but David's health slowly improved. And I found that, his allergies improved, his respiratory issues improved. And now today, you can see him on the right here. He's actually a firefighter. And my other son on the left, it helped him focus in school. And myself, I got rid of the migraines I've suffered from my whole life. And those are my four granddaughters. They're all Neo-Life babies. And that's what gets me really super excited, because we can help our kids grow up healthy, especially with everything that they're facing today. And as we know, the foundation is diet. You are what you eat. And the reality is 75% of all chronic diseases are preventable. And this was a quote from the US Surgeon General. And it's pretty exciting to think what you can do with diet, because what are those keys of optimal health? The diet, weight management, and physical activity. We have to move our bodies. And I was very excited in 2019 when they changed up the Canadian Food Guide. And as you can see, this is how we should eat every single day. Half our plate should be all those dark colored fruits and vegetables, like broccoli and carrots and red bell peppers. A quarter should be good quality protein food, and a quarter should be whole grains. And we're going to talk a lot about the importance of whole grains tonight, because I know when I was introduced to Neolife, I thought I was eating whole grains. I didn't understand that what they're doing now is not whole grains. And of course, we want to make water our drink of choice, because why? Everything in our body depends on water. We can't absorb nutrients, you can't eliminate waste. So you need good quality filtered water every single day. And just to give you a tip, you should have about half your body weight in ounces, like in pounds, cut it in half, and that's how many ounces you should have every single day. So now, Nana, would you like to share why, this amazing study that, we knew so many years ago about what we aren't eating and how it's killing us?
Yes, and 30 years ago is when I discovered this. So this study is a recent study that was done in over 190 countries, and they found that it's what we aren't eating is actually killing us. And when I saw this information over 30 years ago, I was tired, I was stressed, I had adrenal gland issues, I had chronic fatigue. I didn't understand that when I was eating all these whole grains that they were no longer whole. But these are the nutrients that we need in our diet and we're not eating enough of, is the whole grains, fruit, nuts and seeds, low omega-3, and low vegetables. So these are the things we're just not eating enough of. But the whole grains is something that really drew me to the company, because all of our grains are milled and processed. They mill these oils out of our grain, so our grains have a longer shelf life. Years ago, they used to grind the wheat, make the flour, make the bread, right? Not like today. If you do this every day, my goodness, you have to freeze the flour, freeze the bread. They have a very, very short shelf life, okay? So that's why they started milling all the fiber, the outer bran layer, all the precious oils, the germ, 22 important nutrients. What's left? Starch, white flour, protein is gluten. That's why so many people have sensitivities and have trouble digesting some of these really good quality grains. They're just not the same grains that they were 70 years ago. So again, they're milled and processed. And these lipids and sterols, they are part of that chain of life. You need vitamins and minerals and protein and carbohydrates. But TreaNN, how did it come about? This is a product that I started taking 30 years ago that changed my life. Started taking TreaNN, I had more energy, I was sleeping better, and my hormones started to work properly. No more PMS. So I'm going to take you a little bit back to in history in this journey to help you understand how TreaNN was developed, what it is, and how it works. And these are essential lipids in phytosterols. And essential means you need them. Okay, you can't get them from our food anymore. And it was started because of a hospital study that was done in California. Doctors were hearing more and more patients complaining about being tired. It took over 3 years for this study with over 1,400 people. And that's when they found the clue. Their immune systems were failing. Their adrenal glands were weak. They lacked some of the key nutrients that were removed from the wheat, which gave them weak adrenals. Their adrenal glands were being compromised. They tried so many things, even different vitamins and minerals. Nothing worked until they added these lipids that were missing. Okay, they thought, hey, let's make this lipid and sterol concentrate from whole wheat, rice, and soy. Hormones were working better. The sick patients got strong. Degenerative diseases gave way to restored energy and health. Made a huge, huge difference. And the rest is history. So Wally and his wife and Donald Pickett in 1958 birthed Neolife with this one product called Tran N grain concentrate. And this is what I started taking 30 years ago that changed my life. And Jeannie Aldridge was the first distributor to try this product. She was bedridden, crippled with rheumatoid arthritis. And this product alone changed her life because her husband brought this bottle of Tran N home after her struggling for many years with severe, severe pain. So this just helped her get her cells healthy again, helped to strengthen her immune system. So such a powerful product. So Tran N, what it does, it helps to get the nutrients into the cell. So better nutrient utilization, building up adrenal function. Lipids and sterols in Tran N are the building blocks for all our hormones. That's why when I started taking this product, hormones were balanced. Energy function in every cell, every single cell in your body, more energy because all the cells are now working like they should. And this is what I noticed in a very, very short time. And most people within a month to 2 months start to notice an incredible difference in their energy level, how they're feeling mentally, emotionally, really life-changing. So only way to get these grain oils, 2 ways. You can grind your own grains and seeds and nuts and do all this all on your own and get one of those fancy grinders, or you can take Tran N grain concentrate from Neolife. So much easier and way less calories. I have to say, the amount of grains you'd have to consume to get that Tran N into you, crazy, crazy calories. So this is so much easier with fewer calories. So there's other companies out there. I know Maryellen, as a nutritionist, you see this all the time. There's other kind of products and they use things like the African potato, whereas Neolife uses organically grown wheat, rice, and soy. So again, whole food, they stay within the human food chain. So this was developed again back in 1958. Now, from a nutritionist standpoint, Maryellen, there's a lot of stuff out there. A lot of people take products. I know my mom tried supplements for years with no results with her fibromyalgia. And just by switching over to Neolife, they changed their life. So what's the challenge that people have out there today?
Yeah, no, that's so true. Because I know when I looked at supplements, I'm like, well, what makes this different? And I mean, I thought just because you bought something in a store, and I hear this all the time, people say, well, it's in a store, it must be safe, it must be right. Well, that's not necessarily true. Because as you can see in this study they did from 2007 to 2016, they tested like 776 products, and they all contain hidden active ingredients that were unsafe or unstudied. So just because something's in a store doesn't mean it's safe. It's the way they market it, right? Just like a lot of those professional lines, they're marketed to health professionals, but it doesn't mean the product is actually better. So I kind of think there's sort of a criteria you want to look at. So when I looked at Neolife, the fact that it had been around since 1958, it was in over 50 countries, and the products are meet or exceed all the health standards in all these countries. And I was super impressed because it was very different, especially with their whole food philosophy. Because just because a product is natural, like if you ask what's a product made from, like you saw that African potato, people don't actually eat that, right? It's just something that grows in Africa, right? Or it can be petroleum or pine bark or ephedra. But what do we need in our diet? Like what you talked about in that study, what are we lacking? We're lacking whole grains, fruits and vegetables, and wild salmon. And that's what Neolife makes their product from, all these whole food nutrients, things we eat in the human food chain every single day. And every ingredient is actually GMO free. So you don't have to worry about that either. It's been tested from the raw materials to the seed stock, right? So and the thing that really impressed me was the science behind our products. Like the products scientific advisory board was founded by Dr. Arthur First, one of the top toxicologists in the world. And he was actually the co-founder of oral chemotherapy. And when he was doing his research in cancer, he found nutrients in food prevent disease. And he set up our prestigious scientific advisory board of world-renowned scientists and researchers who are involved in the research and development of the products. And what's so important is the products are independently tested and published in, the world's most prestigious peer-reviewed scientific journals, like the American College of Nutrition, New England Journal of Medicine. So that's really, really important, because a lot of products will just say, oh, raspberries are good for you. We have raspberries in our product, but they don't actually test the actual product. So that's very, very important. And when you look at how we put all this together, what Neolife did is they put a fill the gap product. It's called Pro Vitality, and it contains those things we are not getting in our diet every single day. And we talked a lot about the tray and end grain concentrates. What Nada was saying, those essential phytolipids and sterols from whole grains, because we probably we're like second generation that ever had these oils in our diet. And that's why you see so many people that are tired, run down. And I know when people start on tray and then they say, I don't know if it's all in my head, but I'm starting to have more energy and feel better. And I hear it over and over. And it takes time. It's not, like instantaneous, but definitely people start getting more energy and getting their cells healthy. And you think a lot of people are concerned about the gluten with the grains, but this has less gluten than a bowl of gluten-free cereal. And it was developed in that hospital research study that Nana talked about, and promotes that cellular efficiency. Because if you're tired, your cells look like that cell on the left. Your cell membrane is hard, stiff, impermeable, nutrients can't get in, waste can't get out. I kind of call that like a tired, constipated cell, right? Where if you get those grain oils back into your diet, your cell membrane becomes soft and permeable, so you can absorb the nutrition, you can eliminate the waste. And what happens? You have more energy, your hormones balance, and you feel so much better. So we need to get our cells looking at like the ones on the right. And I know when I meet someone really tired, I say, you guys have a lot of those cells on the left. So you got to get them over there to the cells on the right, because those oils are the building blocks for the cell membrane, your brain and nerve function, and hormones. So important. And what I really like too is the fact that once you start taking those oils, there was a study done at Texas A&M University, and you actually absorb 50% more out of your food. So if you're eating a good diet or taking good supplements, you want to absorb more out of it. So that's what the Tree and N will do for you. So powerful. And I know, Nada, we have a big issue, right? Because people just are not eating those fruits and vegetables. Do you want to share a little bit about the benefits of eating those fruits and vegetables?
Yeah, so important, Maryellen, in your immune system. Bottom line, your immune system. And, I shared my adrenals and fatigue, but I also had allergies to a point where I was using antihistamines year round, and fruits and veggies play a really big role, with cancer prevention, immune function, slows aging and disease. They're recommending 9 to 13 servings a day. I know I wasn't eating that. Even now that I know that's what I need to eat every day, I try, but it's hard to do that every single day. Most people tend to eat more sugary foods, processed foods, hors d'oeuvres. So it's a real challenge, especially with what's going on with Christmas and entertaining, right? We end up eating some of those comfort foods, right? But the USDA researchers, they proved the Neolife carotenoid complex will help boost your immune system 37% in just 20 days, published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition and presented at the New York Academy of Sciences. One of these capsules that's in that Pro Vitality after a month is like eating 80 pounds of raw fruits and vegetables in every box. And it took about a year for me to come off all antihistamines. My allergies are completely under control. And our cells get hit constantly with free radicals that cause this aging and breakdown of our cells. So we need to protect our cells. So the carotenoids kind of act as a protector in our cells and prevent you from rusting from the inside out. So that's where it helps to slow the aging process. And then there's omega-3. This is one of my favorites because of my joint pain, my mom with her fibromyalgia. I know so many people that struggled with aches and pains, and but I've had even people with cholesterol issues, cardiovascular health, mental health, so important for our children's brain function, behavior, and learning. Maryellen, you were a migraine sufferer for many, many years. And after taking the omega-3, right? No more migraines.
That was the only thing that ever worked.
Yeah, I know so many people and it just reduces inflammation, right? So it's in the salmon oil that's in this Pro Vitality. It's like eating good quality fish, not anything fish or things like algae, where there's other companies that make their omega-3. Okay, so this is all made from clean fish that's tested for over 200 contaminants, allowance of 0. It has all 8 omega-3s, clinically proven to reduce inflammation 68% in just 8 weeks. And that's why when people take our salmon oil, they get results. So we don't claim to cure anything, but it's amazing when you give the body the nutrients they need, your cells start working properly, you reduce inflammation, you prevent oxidation, and things just start to happen naturally because your body starts to heal. It's amazing what good nutrition can do. And even with cardiovascular health. So it was proven to help to reduce triglycerides and improves that ratio of omega-3 to omega-6. So really important. But my favorite, again, lowering that inflammatory index. Also recommended by the Royal College of Obstetricians and Gynecologists, who were published in a journal where they recommended the Neolife salmon oil because it was so clean and so safe for mom and baby, which is so important because I would never want to, take a fish oil that would hurt mom or baby, right? So really, really important. So clean, tested for over 200 contaminants. We're very proud of our omega-3. And there's so many recent studies that show that inflammation is a root cause of many diseases. So not just inflammation with joint pain, okay? Even like diabetes, okay? Neurological diseases, cardiovascular, cancer, autoimmune. So you really got to look at, what foods are you eating that cause inflammation? Reduce those, increase foods that reduce inflammation, and supplement with a good quality fish oil like the salmon oil plus. And so the last little capsule in that pack is our multivitamin. And this has your micronutrients, vitamins and minerals, just to bridge the dietary gaps. It has a little bit of enzyme activity, easy for digestion. So I like to call this little vitamin pack, we call it a Cadillac of multis because it has a little bit of everything on top of a good quality multivitamin. So here it is. 1 box in a month is equivalent to consuming 12 pounds of whole grains without all the gluten, 80 pounds of raw fruits and vegetables in a month, and 10 servings of omega-3 fish. Just an awesome supplement. And there's so many benefits when you're taking a good quality product like this, everywhere from energy to cells to, your joints and your hair, your skin, your nails, immune system, brain function. So many amazing benefits. You know what, Pauline? Maybe since we have you on here tonight, you have an amazing story. I know Maryllen's going to be talking about her protein coming up and her kids, but maybe we'll have Pauline share her story.
Thank you, Nadia. Before Neolife, my hair was breaking, falling in patches when I comb it or I brush it. There were bald patches on my scalp. And my nails also were breaking. And I need to do something about it. So I called my friend Joe, New Life director. And after discussing several events with me, I decided to go on the breakfast pack. The breakfast pack consists of 2 protein shakes, and a box of Pro Vitality. And after this product for about 3 months, what a transformation. My hair has grown back, no more
User.
It looked very healthy, and my nails were almost perfect. So I was so happy, very, very happy using this product, and you can use it too. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you. Now, Maryllen's going to now talk about her children and the importance of kids' health and her grandkids too.
Yeah, I know that the kids' health, because I got involved because of my son. It was such a passion for me. And when I see these kids now with all this hyperactivity and all the stress they're dealing with, they need so much nutritional support. And I didn't understand when my kids were young how important it is to have these key nutrients. like especially like the salmon oil as a foundation, like because our kids have inflammation, a lot of them are getting depression and all sorts of issues, and the salmon oil is a foundation. And then when you add for the babies the liquivite, that's what my granddaughter started with, and what makes it different is it has those lipids and phytosterols from whole grains that Nada was talking about, those oils that are so important for the cell function in the body. Because you think we want our children to have well-developed brains, heart, cells, and it just makes them so much healthier. And then when they get a little older, they can chew the VitaSquares and VitaGuard, which is amazing, because especially at that age, they start to get a little bit picky eaters, and even if they eat a lot, it's not always enough fruits and vegetables. So we can fill that gap. The VitaGuard is all the dark color fruits and vegetables like the carotenoids, and the VitaSquares is like the treanin and the multivitamins. So it's a complete package. And when you add our Neolife Shake to this, for adults and kids, it's an amazing way to start an energy-filled day. Because what do most people start their day with? I know I used to start it with cereal and toast and tea or coffee, and that's how most of us start our day, right? So what do we need in the morning? We need protein. It helps us lose weight. It keeps our blood sugar in the glycemic zone. It gives us energy. And it's an amazing way to start our day. And it's a perfect breakfast for the whole family. So it's good for everybody. With our kids, I know when my kids were young, I would give them a shake and then they'd have some food with it. For me, I like to do a smoothie where I can add lots of fruits and vegetables to help me get closer to that 9 to 13 servings a day. Or some people will mix it in oatmeal. So there's all different ways you can do it. But what makes this shake different than everything else is that it's complete. It has all 22 amino acids, because most people just think amino acids for repair and building of healthy tissue, but we actually need them to make our enzymes so we can digest. We need them for our antibodies to fight infection and disease, and we need them to make those hormones. They actually hook up with the lipids and sterols to produce those prostaglandins, which are the precursors of our hormones, and also collagen in our skin. And everyone's calling me, do you have a collagen shake? Do you have a collagen shake? If you have all 22 amino acids, your body is going to make all the collagen that it needs. Just ingesting collagen, it doesn't work like that. Your body doesn't know what to do with it. And we have the research and the science to back that up. And what's also amazing is it controls the blood sugar. So it keeps you in that fat burning zone all the time. And everything inside is natural. It has a protein digestibility score. So that proves it's actually absorbed, because protein can be very toxic if it's not absorbed right. It has 18 grams of protein per serving, has branched chain amino acids, 5 grams of fiber, controlled glycemic response, 25 essential vitamins and minerals, and whole food antioxidants. So it's packed. But what even's better is what is not inside. There's no artificial anything. And as you can see, there's my granddaughters when they were little. Nora on the left, she was getting ready to go to daycare because her mom's a teacher out in the East End. And, she had that since she could drink out of a sippy cup. And it's 90% lactose free. There's no hydrogenated trans fats, no saturated fats, no gluten, no preservatives. So it's a great product and so easy to absorb. And then you can also use it if you do need to shrink a little bit, like especially after Christmas. I find people are, they want to lose a little bit of that belly fat, or maybe they're struggling a little bit with their weight. And I find I'm getting a lot of people with the COVID weight too, that they're finding that, that they just can't shake it off, because I think it was brought on with such stress. So this is a great weight loss program. You can do it with your family. It doesn't interrupt your life. So you start with the Neolife Shake in the morning with your Pro Vitality. You have a healthy snack, and we actually give you a mini meal list with lots of ideas. Here you can see like strawberries and almonds, or the afternoon snack is like you can be veggies and a piece of cheese or hummus. And for lunch, you could do another Neolife Shake, depending how aggressively you want to do the program, or you can do a healthy lunch. Both will work, but if you do the Neolife Shake at lunch, it is a little faster. And then you just eat a balanced dinner. So it works. It's very, very simple. And again, the key is the shake getting you in that glycemic response. It's great for weight loss. I have a lot of diabetics whose blood sugar balances out once they start getting their blood sugar in the glycemic zone. Prevents fat storage, fat burning, and the best of all, you have so much energy when you do this program. And you don't lose muscle, you lose fat. And it was actually clinically proven for weight loss, body fat reduction, lowers BMI, cardioprotective, reduces LDL, and improves HDL. And all this was published in the American College of Nutrition and good evidence-based independent studies. So it's amazing. And this is one of my customers, Gabby. I was introduced to her from her sister. And you can see she lost 34 pounds from August 2016 to November. But what's the best part is she kept it off because it's a lifestyle change. And you can see Gabby today looks great. And what's a really nice is she's such a good role model for her kids because, you know, like especially you want your kids are going to may not listen to you, but they're going to watch what you do. So she's definitely a good role model. And she helped her mom lose 20 pounds in 5 months with the breakfast pack, which is the Pro Vitality and Shake. And it got her off her medication for diabetes, cholesterol, and reflux, of course, working with her doctor, and helped her with her pain from arthritis, and better sleep. So if she's actually 80 now today. This picture was a few years ago, and I think she looks even better now than she does in this picture. And this is Carlos. He lost 251 pounds in 26 months. And when I met Carlos, I said, you know, a lot of people, Carlos, are afraid to lose weight because, you know, they don't want to have the surgery or have saggy muscle. He said, you know, I lost the fat, but I didn't lose the muscle, and his health improved so much. So he's kept that off to date too. So that was years and years ago. And, you know, and that's what you want. You want to have a lifestyle change, not a diet. Diets definitely don't work. And Nada, I know you love this 3-day detox because this is a great way to kickstart the weight loss program or even help you if you get a little stuck, right?
Yeah, I love this detox. I love it because it's only 3 days because I like to eat, and and you eat all day for the 3 days, but you eat all your fruits and vegetables. And oh my gosh, day 3 you feel so amazing, so light, and you know the body fat reduction. Your belly is flat. The stories that we get, women anywhere between 3 to 7 pounds, and we're having men lose anywhere from 5 to 10 pounds in the 3 days. And it is a great way to kick off a weight loss, or even if you're just looking at a detox, you know, a couple times a year. Some people do it 3 times a year. It really helps to slow aging and just getting rid of the toxins that have accumulated in the body. And then we have our vegan shake. I know, Maryellen, you talked about the Neo Life Shake. When we just launched the Neo Life Shake, and it's the only plant-based protein that's complete. And it tastes really, really good. I actually made some today for some people and my painters here at my mom's, and they absolutely loved it. They said they've never tasted an amazing vegan protein shake before. So they were so happy, but it's a complete protein for plant-based. It has your 21 amino acids, has a branched chain amino acids, energizing healthy fat blend, no sugar, like less than 5 grams of sugar, phytodigestive enzymes, so easy to digest, and has your vitamins and minerals as well. So it's a complete meal replacement. So it can replace the Neo Life Shake if you're doing weight loss or just as a healthy breakfast. Has all your vitamins and minerals as well. And there's so many benefits. So Maryellen, I know you talked about the breakfast pack and the vegan shake, and you know, there's other products. And one of my favorites is that full motion. And that's what really helped me with my knees and my joints, and my mom with her arthritis in her fingers and her toes. We have so many other products for digestion, you know, for sleeping and for bone health. And yeah, so these are just some of the products, but there's another product I think that's really important, especially with what's going on right now, right, Maryellen?
Yeah, the vitamin D is so important. And I know I recommend my clients get your levels tested because, you know, in North America, we are notorious. And my one client, she finally went and got it tested, and her level was so low, her doctor called her, if you could believe. So anyway, she's now on the vitamin D, and it'll come up fast because I know myself, even my vitamin D level, once we introduced this vegan D, it almost doubled. So it was great. And what I love about it, it's not from sheep wool, it's not lanolin, it's all natural, right? So it's from whole-based foods like, you know, reindeer lichen and mushrooms, which, you know, mushrooms have so many health benefits. So it's a great product. And the nice thing is, you know that it works because we're meant to be eating those things, not sheep wool, right? So that's definitely how it is. Now, Nada, would you like to share how people can actually get these products if they're interested?
Absolutely. So what I really like about the Neolife Wellness Club is it's free to join. And as soon as you become a member, you automatically get a discount of 15% savings. Now that breakfast pack that you talked about, or that vitality pack that you shared, or the weight loss pack, it's a month supply. So when you set that up on auto ship, you get a wholesale price, which is 25% off. And as a customer, you can get all your shipping back in 6 months, and they give it to you in loyalty points where you can spend it on other products. So so many of my customers are so happy they get to claim all their shipping back. And if you refer 3 people to either the Vitality Pack or the Breakfast Pack or the Weight Loss Pack, you get yours free every single month. So many of my customers are also getting their products for free, plus getting their shipping back. So it's just a great way the company thanks you for referring people and sharing the amazing products. There is an amazing group in the Neolife Healthy Living community. There's over 8,000 members, Maryellen, and so many testimonials are in this group. People share their stories on how the products have impacted their lives. So this is a group that we can invite you to if you just like to learn a little bit more about the impact of good health. And then there is one more option for those of you that are interested, or if you know somebody that really enjoys helping others. When we're done this presentation, we're going to be opening it up to questions and answers for the products that you've heard this evening. But then we're going to pause for a few minutes. And then for those of you that are curious about the business, then you can stick around and learn a little bit more about the business opportunity. We can share that with you a little bit later. But for now, for those of you that just want to learn more about how to get the products, stay healthy. I want to thank you so much for joining us tonight. And thank you, Maryellen, for your amazing expertise as a holistic nutritionist. And we're going to open up to questions and answers for anybody that may have some questions. So thank you so much for joining us. Well, you've heard some pretty powerful stories and testimonials on how the products can really impact your life. And I have to share with you, when I first looked at this business opportunity, I wasn't looking for a business opportunity. I was working as a police officer, but I knew I wanted more. And I knew it wasn't something I wanted to do for the rest of my life. But when the products got into me and I started sharing it with family and friends, I realized it formed a foundation for an amazing business opportunity. And Neolife has been around since 1958. Again, almost 63 years in business and in over 50 countries worldwide. And that might not kind of excite you at this point. At first, I did not envision building an international business, but now I have my business expanding in Tanzania and Australia and France, and all from people here that knew people in those countries. So you really can build an international business because you never know who you know. So another thing is their values. That's something that really inspired me. This is such an important part of the company's values. Is number 1 is integrity. Okay. Number 2, people are number 1, which is really important. Products that work. If people didn't come back month after month, guess what? I would not have built that solid residual income. So the quality is there, purity, all whole food, and equal opportunity for all. Okay. No matter your age, your gender, your race, anybody can get involved in this amazing business opportunity. And the long range vision, okay? It guides their decision and actions for well-being. And I wanted to make sure that I was going to get involved with a company that when I quit my job, that the income would be there forever, right? And I can pass this business down to my kids, okay? So you can pass it down generation to generation. Such a great business and great philosophy. So, you're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. I was kind of scared when I got started. I didn't understand, the industry. I didn't have a nutrition background, but the company supplies all the training, the logistics. They give you a starter kit. They do all the distribution for you. They provide you with all the literature and sales tools. All the ordering is done online. There's an app. There's a great app for business. The IT is all done. All is done by the company. All the finances are run by the company. They supply the product. They ship all the product. So it really is a business where there's no fear of losing anything and no large investment required. So it's just a great way to get started. I really encourage you to take a look. And, your basic 3 daily success habits are to use the product because you have to believe in the product, share the product and the opportunity, and personal development comes along with this as well. So you learn, you grow, and we help you get to this level. So just to give you an idea, you know, some people would just like to earn an extra $500 a month. Some people would be happy with $1,000 to $2,000 a month. Well, to earn around $1,000 a month part-time, and that doesn't interfere with what you're presently doing, you simply refer 3 club members and help them get their products for free. So 3 customers, you help them get it for free. Then you find 3 people that want to do the same. So this is kind of like a basic structure on what it would take for you to make about $1,000 a month part-time. And then you simply develop 5 people like this, and that's when you can start earning a 6-figure income. Okay. Now, I couldn't see this right away, but when it started to happen, that's when I realized I could leave my job. Okay. So it's up to you whether you want to keep on working or leave your career, or if you're in a position where your career isn't stable. You just never know, okay? And where can you start this business for as little as $98 Canadian or $75 in the US, because I know we have some US guys on the call tonight. So you know what? Where can you start a business for under $100, okay? Same benefits as a member, okay? Plus you can make an extra $500, $1,000, $5,000, or $10,000 a month plus part-time, okay? So just by promoting the Neo Life Club. Very, very simple process. And then we have some serious business builders. So there's a step 2 to the business. You can start for the $98 or $75, or you can look at investing a little bit of product for inventory or try some other products. And when you start at this level where you purchase 250 points in one single order, and then you achieve this level of senior manager, you are eligible to win first order bonuses, which is earning a little bit more money quicker. That's all it is. And we'll explain this to you. If you make this decision, then we'll work with you and help you understand how the system works. It's pretty simple, but let me tell you, so many people I know that they start at this level, they're really happy because they can start generating a little more income faster. So there's 2 ways. And it's approximately, just to give you an idea, the investment is around $800 total. That's with the initial 98, starting with some product. That's your investment in the business. So you can do either the 98 or starting with the first order bonus incentive. The online support and training is there. Again, everything is provided for you. You work together as a team, okay? So you don't do this by yourself. The support is there every step of the way. There's also a really good group on Facebook called The Ideal Business. We talked about the Healthy Living Community. This is a business group where you can hear more and more stories and success stories on people that are building businesses and their journey and how they got there. So just if you want to learn a little bit more, this is a great site that we can invite you to, a Facebook group that we can invite you to as well. So I want to thank you so much. I just want to share that, yes, we were able to leave our jobs because that was something we wanted. And Maryellen, I know you worked in an environment where, you were under a lot of stress and you were raising a young family, and maybe share a little bit about what this business has allowed you to do.
Yeah, it's so true, Nada, because I was just looking as a concerned mom to help my kids, but they did so well. I just couldn't stop talking about it. And I started sharing David's story, and then I met Joan and so many other people. And I realized so many people had health needs out there. And this was so easy. It was like sharing a good book or a good restaurant. And I started to generate a little bit of extra money. And, even though, my husband and I both had a good job, we still seemed to run out of money before we ran out of month. So, earning that extra started with, I think my first check was $40, and then it moved up to $400, and then it just kept growing. And we were able to travel and now my husband's retired, and, we have all this residual income coming in, so we can still travel and enjoy life, and yet we're not stressed. Like we have not, we don't have to worry about waiting till we're 65 to quit our jobs. We're enjoying our life now, so it definitely made a huge difference.
Thank you so much, Maryellen. Thank you all for joining us tonight. And if you have any questions, we'll stop the recording. And this way you can, if you have any questions in regards to the business, we're here to answer any questions that you may have. So thank you so much.